Tom, it's safe to say that you've never meant well in your life. Am I right?
It's true.
Yeah.
Because when you mean well, then if you have, if you forgive bad people, there's going to be a good person who ends up with the results on the other end.
Yes.
These migrants, they're everywhere. And, when I walk to work, they all have scooters, Greg. They gave them all scooters.
Yes.
Remember that Roosevelt Hotel? You go by there, it's all lined up with scooters. Mm-hmm. They're in the country 5 minutes, they get a scooter. I never got a scooter.
Yeah. I didn't get a,
I wanted a scooter. Little Tommy Shalhoub wanted a scooter every year. If anyone deserved a scooter, it was Tommy Shalhoub.
Yes.
I was in line for a scooter. I got the white privilege, right?
Yes.
That didn't work. I'm in very good with Santa Claus. That didn't work.
Do you demand scooter reparations?
I want a lot of great Americans wanted a scooter, didn't get a scooter. Alexander Hamilton didn't get a scooter. Lincoln wanted a scooter, he didn't get one, Greg.
All right, I get the point.
They both got shot, so
yeah. If they had a scooter, they wouldn't have got shot.
Exactly.
So, Mike, is this all just about the sunk cost fallacy that they've invested so much into a bad idea they can't let go of something like sanctuary cities?
Well, I actually think that the scooter might have been a good idea for most people, but the fact that they drove by and shot this guy on a scooter, this may be the first drive-by scooting in New York history. But the fact is what's happening here with the illegal immigrant situation is they use this word sanctuary, but what is it a sanctuary from? It's a sanctuary from federal law. So why not just take it all the way? New York should be a full sanctuary state. There should be a sanctuary from paying taxes. There should be a sanctuary from having to give a 20% tip at a New York restaurant. Yeah. The same party that campaigns so much about rule of law as the justification to arrest our president is using this word sanctuary to evade the law. So I think there should be a sanctuary in the federal government from having to pay a single dime to the state of New York until these laws are revoked.
I agree. I need a sanctuary city from Kennedy's hotness.
Wow, Greg.
Yes. How would you explain to a young person why, when somebody says they mean well, you should run? Because I think that every generation gets tricked by this idea that, oh, I'm going to join this organization because they mean well. I'm going to go to a BLM protest because it means well.
Yeah, but then what happens when your greed overrides your good intentions, which is what happens most of the time. People don't care because if you know that is your fallback, you never really have to try and you never have to provide results. So everything can be an utter failure, but somehow the starting point of moral superiority is enough to justify completely cratering a city or a system of governance and ruining people's lives and so much collateral damage in the process. So we here at Fox, we work across the street from the Sanctuary Hotel, and I bet they were scared when they realized that this is a sanctuary city and they were bringing in busfuls of, immigrants from all over the country, from Texas and Florida and elsewhere, and they thought that they were going to have to stay there for free. But they went to the Roosevelt and the Watson and got free scooters. So
yes,
it almost worked out for everyone.
Yeah, Tyrus, when this story came out about the agent getting shot, the media wouldn't say he was an illegal suspect. They wouldn't say anything about him. They said an agent was shot on a rock in Central Park.
Yeah, I have a problem with this, and maybe this is just, I don't believe in coincidences. And there has been a concentrated effort to out ICE agents. And for two men, grown-ass men, to get on a scooter, to go riding in a park with guns, to go rob, that doesn't make much sense to me. Yeah. But two guys looking to make a hit on somebody, that makes sense to me. So and there's just, how random is that?
Yeah.
How many millions of people we have in New York walking around there, and these two illegals just happen to stumble upon a guy who just happens to be an off-duty officer? It's a hit, in my opinion, and we're lucky that he was able to get through. But I would like to see the same vigor from our so-called government investigations that they're doing with this Epstein and whatever Barack Obama did 10 years ago. I don't give a damn about any of that. That's not a table issue for me and my family. Right now, my table issue is our police officers and our border agents are under attack. We have senators who are, and congressmen who are demanding they take their masks off so they can see their face, so they can expose their families. So I don't see we meant well at all.
Yeah.
You know, there's that old saying, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Well, we need to start sending some of these people to hell.
Yeah.